husband and I had a moment of temporary insanity in the last couple of days as we are literally packing up our house and getting ready to leave and move to North Idaho. We were looking at homes in North Idaho, and then he was like, we should really look into Waco, Texas. I've been to Texas one time in my entire life. I don't know anything about Texas. I don't have any family in Texas. I don't have any friends in Texas. Totally not on my radar. And also I have heard that it is very humid and there's lots of bugs. I've helped a number of people move from Texas into Washington. So I hear from them all of the reasons why they're leaving Texas. I'm sure that Texas is great, but it has not been on my radar. But we looked at home prices in Waco, Texas, and holy smokes, it is affordable to live there and to get a really nice house. And then we look at home prices in North Idaho, and what we could get in North Idaho would need to be fully updated versus Texas, you can get something brand new on 5 acres. Anyways, so we had this identity crisis of, are we doing the right thing? Are we moving to the right place? And for a hot minute, we were looking at plane tickets to go check out Texas. I think that we got kind of caught in this allure of getting so much more house. And then I paused and slept on it for a couple of nights and remembered why we're moving to North Idaho, which I was born in the Pacific Northwest. I have lived in Oregon and Washington my entire life. I can't imagine living somewhere that we don't have mountains and trees. And I love seasons. And it's so important to be around family. So there's all these reasons of why we chose to move to North Idaho. And I think that we're back on track. The search goes on to find the right house to raise our kids in. We have 4 kids. They're all elementary school age. And anyways, I just thought I would share that on here because it's such a big decision to move to North Idaho, to move in general. And there are so many decisions to make along the way. And it's so easy to just get kind of caught up in, are we doing the right thing? Are we making the wrong decision? It's such a permanent thing to say, yes, we are going to move our entire life to this one area. And what if we're not going to the right area? What if we made the bad choice? I don't think that we have made a bad choice. We made the decision to move to North Idaho. We have been thinking about it, talking about it consistently for over a year. So this is not something that we just up and said, hey, one day we're waking up, let's uproot the family and just head to Coeur. So I'm trying to give that honor of, we've talked about it for over a year versus our 30 minutes of looking on Zillow in Texas and being really drawn into the sales prices down there. You can get a really gorgeous home on acreage for under $1 million. And in North Idaho, to get a really gorgeous home on acreage, it's going to be $1.5 million, if not more. And that hurts, that's a lot of money to spend. But in Texas, you don't get the mountains and the scenery is not the same, and the seasons and the snow. And I know the snow is not exactly a selling point for my family personally, but I'm actually kind of excited to have snow over rain. We just get so much rain where I am right now that it'll be nice to actually have snow. You can still walk in the snow. The dog can still go play in the yard in the snow. The kids can play in the snow versus who wants to go outside and play in the rain? That's not really a thing. So the home prices hurt. I think the cost of living though in North Idaho outside of home prices, the cost of living itself is still reasonable. When we've been out there to visit so far, we go out to a restaurant and we can get dinner for us and all the kids and it's $50 versus, here I go to Burgerville and honestly, for 4 kids meals and burgers, it was gonna be $50 the other day and I just was blown away. So, oops, I should have turned that off before I did this video. I think that's pretty much it for what I was like gonna share today on that topic, is just empathizing with anyone else out there who is going through this transition and second guessing yourself. And, we still might visit Texas just to totally rule it out. And that's okay. Like, whatever you need to do to like make sure that you are feeling 100% confident about the decision to make this giant move. And there are so many good things about North Idaho. And yes, the home prices are a tough pill to swallow, but the schools are so good. Like where I'm living right now, the public schools are just okay. And so we're paying for private school for 4 kids. And so like easily our higher mortgage there will be offset by the fact that we're not having to pay for all the kids to go to private school. So there's my little snippet today of like what's been on our hearts and minds as we are like going through this transition. Our home that we're selling is closing tomorrow, and our like lives are packed up, boxes are packed, the pods come on Thursday, like in just a couple of days. So like the move is upon us. So maybe we're just having jitters of like, are we making the right choice? And it feels very scary, but it's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. We will find the right house. Things tend to work out. So I'm kind of interested to know if anyone else is watching this and still like in this transition to North Idaho, what are the top places that are also on your list? Like what is North Idaho competing with? For us, we've kicked around, obviously Texas now is on our list, but we've talked loosely about Tennessee. And I have a friend who's moving to Arizona. So like for a minute we talked about Arizona, and then I decided that I can't do that kind of heat in the summer. But that's pretty much it. Like it's really just been Idaho, and then more recently Texas, since Arizona was like ruled out in the very beginning. So my husband was interested in Florida for a while, but I said no, it's too far away, and I don't want to live anywhere that there are alligators that can eat my kids. So okay, yeah, let me know in the comments what are the other places that you're considering and why you are choosing North Idaho, or maybe you're not choosing North Idaho, and I'd love to know why you're not choosing North Idaho.